and welcome to episode 11 of Seattle for Anything Less, for the final coup, part 2. We come to our lovely heroes, for lack of a better term, well, Shadowrunners, as they are going towards the Secretary of State building on a mission by Thomas Miranda to get information from Chuck Beale on how the governor is planning on reacting to Seattle's play for independence. We come up to our lovely Shadowrunners as they are approaching the building. And actually, as they approach the building, they get a call from Romeo. Who's going to pick up?
Slaggy.
Yes.
So,
No, that would be great. That's perfect. We're in the middle of something.
I am Snake.
I don't know. I guess maybe. I guess I will. Salvo's like, a little busy. What's up?
heard you were doing. Excuse me. Heard you were doing some work on your own without my input. No worries, I'm fine with it. However, I'd like to ask you to call me before you complete that job. I may be interested in you making some changes to the material.
Oh, all right. Well, let me run that by let me run that by the team. And I just badly put my hands over the like speaker of the comms and like, hey guys, how do we feel about calling Romeo before completion because he may want to alter the deal? I mean, he said he's okay with the fact that we did work, without going through him, but he wanted to know if we were open for this.
Really?
We
Look,
have a plan.
I'm not going in the building, so it's really not gonna affect me one way or the other.
I'll actually be like, and I'll get back like on the phone and be like, hey, let me patch you through to Sakura. They're going to be the ones that are going to be more hands on. We have different assignments here. And just like forward him over to Sakura.
What do you want, Romeo?
What?
Guys, we're going to the Secretary of State building to procure some information for our mutual friend Thomas Miranda. And I'm not asking you to change your deal with Miranda. By all means, get him any documents that he's asking for. All I'm asking is for you to tell me what the documents say, because I might want you to alter them.
And how much you paying?
Well, I'm thinking about 2,000 each for the change.
He's paying us 7,500. So you got to do a little better than that.
Hey, he's asking you to get the document. I'm just asking you to change the document. This is going to be on top of the pay you're getting from him.
Make it 3, you got a deal.
Roll negotiation. How about this? 2,500.
Yeah, I got a timeline. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you know when I'm up there.
Thank you, thank you. Click.
Got another 2,500, guys.
All right.
To do what?
Well, I like more money. Drinks at the clubs don't buy themselves, and they get more expensive all the time.
You know? Anyway, let's go get this job. Sir, you're coming with me.
Or Captain Person Store Person.
Okay, sir. Since we are now close enough to the building for you to attend to some more personal security measures, I would like you to make a matrix perception check.
How do I do that again?
Tell you, because
In
I
the-
don't have that noted. Wish that Control Find in a PDF worked every time like it's supposed to. There we go. It is going to be electronics plus intuition. Okay. And you guys were going in the back door, was it, or the front door?
Back door.
Back door? Okay. So back door, you know that there is... This doesn't give you a lot of information, you get extreme basics. For the back door, it looks like there is a maglock with a key card. There is also a security guard if you make it past the door. There's security records of a guard at the door.
And he's on the inside.
Correct.
Okay, we got the key and stuff to get through the door, right? And then you're up because you guys stabbed the dude on the other side or put him to sleep. I don't know. There's a guard on the other side of the door, just so you know.
Okay.
Are you guys ready to go in, or?
Yep. So I'm going to stand on the door swings in, right?
Yes.
So not the side with the hinges, but the other side. Just out of view. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I gotcha. We've got Sir breaking the door and Soccer kind of hiding off to the side. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah. So Sir's going to open it up with the card. Then hopefully he stands to the side afterwards. I'm going to let the door swing open.
Get to that note. Okay, so for breaking the lock, that is going to be an engineering plus agility check.
That's you, sir.
Not quite there, but you can tell that you're getting somewhere. Go ahead and make another one. Okay, that does not get you any further. Go ahead once more. The door starts screaming. There is an alarm going off. What are you doing?
I'm just going to stand right where I am. I'm going to wait till the door opens. And wait till the guy's in the threshold.
Okay. Well, that alarm is gonna keep going off for about 10 minutes before anything happens with the door. Are you going to do anything else while you're waiting? Are you
Gonna
gonna
make
keep
sure
trying
my
to break it in?
No, I'm just gonna make sure my fingernails are okay.
Okay. Sakura, are you doing anything while the alarm is going off?
I'm just waiting for the door to open. I have katana in hand, but
Now, this alarm is going to be loud enough for people on the truck side to hear as well. Are you having any sort of reaction to this?
What the hell are they doing? I thought they said they were going to get in the building, not set every alarm in the building off.
Bishop.
Salvo just shrugs. He's just like, and he's like, we'll wait and hear what they have to say. Maybe this is part of their plan.
Bishop gets on the horn with them, calls one of them on local comms, and I'm gonna say, "Sir," and Bishop's gonna be like, "What the hell are you doing, setting off the alarm? That's the one thing you're supposed to not do. Come on now."
Talk to the guy who actually does the
But I
crafting.
wanted to see the guard get stabbed. This is gonna be fun. I had fun with the door.
Mic
I want to
on.
watch him get stabbed. Just
What?
Mic off.
patience.
Bishop
Check.
ends the comms.
Be interesting. The back door opens and a team of security HTR forces come out. There are now guns pointed at you.
Before the first one crosses the threshold, I swing my katana backwards into the door opening.
Go ahead and make a katana swinging into the door check. Attack rating 10. Let me get back to my dudes. Okay. Damage 4, 5 successes.
I could spend some edge to turn some of those 4s into 5s.
Give me just a second. Let me see if you need to first. Do you have... Actually, no, that doesn't matter in 6E. Never mind. Da, da, da. Let's see here. I do not have the right character sheet open. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. They're gonna try and fail horribly
So
to defend themselves.
Do I get an edge from that?
You
'Cause my
don't
attack
because your
rating?
attack rating and their defense rating is super close.
Okay.
But nice try. That being said, the one that you hit, he's not dead, but he's very not happy.
If I raise one of those 4s to a 5 and add in another success, is he dead?
So yeah, if you add in one more success, he's dead. I'll give you that. If you want to raise one of the dice.
Yeah, I'll raise one of the dice. I'll spend a 2 edge.
Okay. You have one of them completely dead.
In the door frame.
That being said, there are still a lot of guns pointing at you right now.
Well, yeah, they're pointing out the door. I'm not in front of the door.
Yeah, except for
fair.
now they get a reaction.
Of course. Well, I expect initiative at least.
So let's go ahead and get initiatives in for you three. Well, I say you three. There's a lot of security. I'm just setting them up as one initiative, though. Initiative. Let me get an initiative tracker up. Sakura. We have a sir. We have a security. All the S words.
How many guards are there?
Let's see. There were 10, now there's 9.
I like these odds.
Sir is at 13. Security team is at 17.
You just let us know if you need a little bit of backup. That's
Oh, don't worry. That's my free action on my turn. Like, help!
like, well, quiet didn't work.
I mean,
Gotten more successes, like on any of his rolls, he wouldn't have needed it.
why is his dice pool only 4?
Don't know.
Well, because, sir, you were rolling. Wait, hold on. What?
Let's check Sir's character sheet before we
Because
get too far
you've
into this.
Do you really only have a pool of 4 for your engineering?
That seems a little low for a tech character.
Yes.
Agility
Because
is 5. How would his dice pool be 4? I have ranks in engineering? You do not have ranks in engineering. Okay.
That'll do it.
Yeah,
Huh.
that's good.
Must have
okay,
put it all
had
in
I
hacking.
known that, we could have sent Drifter instead because actually, yeah, she's got a pool of 8 in engineering. Oh well. I didn't realize that we were going to need engineering on that.
I thought we'd be
Okay.
able to hack the door through computers and shit, and which is why I was thinking we needed to send Sir.
That makes sense. But hey, it is what it is.
Right. We ran into locks we needed to engineer, not hack. So it was not good planning on our part, apparently.
Well, plus the fact that you sit around for 10 minutes outside a door. With no contact to us.
I figured the guard was just gonna. It's like, what's going on out here? And then it was gonna go stab and start running
If
up
that
the
were the
stairs.
case, he would have opened the door right away. Nah, he was calling for reinforcements.
Yeah, he was a smart guard.
An intelligent guard. Didn't see that one coming.
You know, anyway, so what's this poor security going to do to me? Or whoever.
Give me just a second here, because I
I
forgot
mean-
to add the weapon to the character sheet. Because I'm a terrible person that didn't plan ahead as much as I was going to.
Also, welcome to GMing. I meant to
Yeah.
do more of this before I got to the table. No, I didn't do it. Fuck. What do I do? Wing it.
That's
Open
a
book,
good plan.
flip the
Wing the
weapon,
fuck out of it.
and that one.
Yeah, it's just easier for the dice rolls if it's auto calculating. This. So I've got all the information. I just didn't add it to the character sheet because I'm lazy. Okay. And they are going to shoot at Sir because Sir's right there. And get 0 successes. Roll your body, Sir.
Now, if there's 9 of them, he takes. Well, I realize they don't need it. They don't need any help. He would take penalties for each consecutive one attacking the same one, attacking the same player.
Yep. So that'll be 3 physical damage. Successes. God, why are they sucking? Oh, because they're only rolling 3 dice. Okay. Go ahead and roll body again. Hey, you blocked all of that one. Yay!
Um,
My dice are sucking. Why is it rolling zeros? That shouldn't be. That doesn't sound right. Hold on just a second. Sparing
Well, again,
you
if-
now, but
if you are rolling for the first or for each one individually, like each one after the second, takes down the body.
It's okay, I'm also rolling the wrong stat, so that probably doesn't help me. So let's try this one. That's better. That's successes. Okay, so go ahead and roll your body, sir. Okay. Actually, I think that's wrong. Just a second, because I think I'm rolling stuff in the wrong order. I want to make sure I'm telling you the right thing. Now my mouse is being silly.
Silly mouse.
Yeah.
I
I expected things to
my
work.
Mickey
This is what I
voice
get.
sucks today. Oh well. I'm gonna go back into my little shell here now.
What was that?
Nothing.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to do what I can to give you a one-up on this, because otherwise you're going to be not liking this
Slaughtered.
in the least, and possibly dead. And I don't want to do that to you if we can avoid it. At least not on, like, round one of the building.
I mean,
Sorry, just another second.
So, Salvo, I know we've got Slag Heap in the back, and Slag Heap wants to slag. But if we want the mission to get, like, finished, we probably have two options here.
Okay.
So, actually, kind of like three. Raise hell in the front. And hope that they can take down a 10-man team on their lonesome. Go and help them. Or use them as the distraction and go get the letters ourselves.
How about
I'm okay with any one of those.
how about this?
Could always
how
run
about
away.
how about I go reinforce them? You guys create a big distraction up here, and hopefully we can and whoever gets to this prize first.
Well, here's the thing. We're just now beginning to hear gunfire. We we
Yeah.
uh we probably would not be able to react and formulate a plan right away.
Well, I'm just saying we're gonna have to proceed somehow. I'm thinking that probably that's why I said whoever gets to the prize first, because I think the thing that makes the most sense for us to do is our stated purpose was to create a distraction out front, but shit went outright awry out back. And if Sakura is out hollering for some help, then um, I could provide potentially enough firepower to help to help out him back. Um, because slag heap and a big tank of a truck are a lot more noticeable than one guy throwing fireballs in terms of creating a distraction.
Yeah.
Basically, it all depends on what information we get from Sakura. So
Right. Yeah. So when Sakura gets her free action and whatnot, it'd be the chance where we react to that. So
Well, I imagine we could probably react to the gunfire, but since literally there's been 2 shots in a round in Shadowrun, it's 3 seconds. We
right.
just
Exactly.
now be moving, like just barely moving.
Oh, I get that.
what I
Again,
really
my
love about
objection
this
is
whole
us trying to.
situation, what I really love about this whole situation is basically Sakura was like, "Okay, sir, stand right in front of the doorway." We're going.
I did tell him to stand in front of the doorway.
Oh, I
All
know.
right. I tell you what. Since the objection is that we don't have time to plan, how about when the initiative round, when we're asked for initiatives and we find out from Sakura, we'll just all do whatever we're going to do, and see if we and see where it goes from there.
And I'm just
Like a plan.
talking to fill the air right now. That's pretty much all this
Yeah.
is.
I found
Yeah.
what I needed. Okay, so I am gonna retcon just a bit here. So first shot, because I rolled the wrong thing completely. 6 successes, roll reaction. And then to damage, you're gonna roll body. We get 2.
So it's no matter how we go about it, at this point we're just ballsy and balls deep anyway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but we are balls deep in the wrong thing right now.
Yeah. Whether we take the incredibly ballsy move of like running at the front of the building with everything we've got, or whether we take the ballsy move of spreading out and creating chaos everywhere, that's another story. Either way, essentially a team of 4 people have decided to take on the State
Fix
Department.
that. Okay. So now roll your body for defense. So that is going to be 5 damage.
Hmm.
Second attack. You might die, I'm sorry. Holy gosh. Go ahead and roll reaction.
Oh,
Hey,
Our first casualty. Oh God.
it's entirely
Oh.
possible. And body.
Oh.
Oh God, no! Wow.
So that's
Ooh.
another 6 damage.
And I'm dead.
Womp womp. I'm sorry. And the rest of them are going to barrel out the door. And Sakura. Good luck.
Thank you.
All it takes is
Well-
one mistake.
Okay, let me get back into skills. Reaction. That's not a good
Ouch.
sign. And body. Five damage.
Okay,
Oof.
that's only a third of the way.
Huh? What'd you say?
About a third of the way, so I'm good.
Still got a lot more of these guys.
Yeah.
I know. But you're gonna
Half
take
our
it like
team
a
get-
trip.
Ooh, reaction.
half our team gets wiped out for one bad roll.
In my defense, it was 3 bad rolls.
and
It's gonna
I-
go good.
I hate to say it, but a really bad decision, guys.
Yeah.
To be
Okay,
fair,
so
you stood
body?
next to a door for 10 minutes as the alarm went off at the state
7 more
at a
damage.
state building.
Are you still up?
Still up.
Okay.
This
Reaction?
is brutal. God. It's blank.
Oh,
no,
Lord.
it's not.
Oh my God. Ow.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure you're
Oh.
dead. Oh, buddy.
Stop. Stop.
Oh my
And
God.
that's another 7. Or you're still up.
No, I'm 4 and 2 excess damage.
Okay, so you have 2 dead party members, and you just heard a lot of gunfire.
Well,
What are you guys doing in the
that's
truck?
What are we doing this
The,
so they're dead yet?
Yeah, we have no idea if they're dead. So the natural knee-jerk reaction for Bishop is to send Slag Heap in.
Well, and Salvo's like, Sakura, what's your status? What's going on?
the
Sakura?
truck is already in gear and rumbling down the alleyway.
Guys, I think we just lost half our team.
Well, the truck is already in gear and running and rumbling down the alleyway.
Are you heading towards the back door then?
Yep.
Okay.
Salvo's
Now,
got
bear
the.
in mind,
yeah.
I'm just telling you guys this. Drifter's self-preservation is more important to her right now than the finishing of the job, because you can leave a bad job. You can't,
Yeah.
unkill yourself.
Right.
Oh,
and
for sure.
yeah,
So-
and I'm thinking that probably Salvo's is probably like, do we scrub the mission? We lost 50% before we even got in the door.
Let's see if they need help first.
I
Let's
mean,
just
we
say
don't
that
know what happened. We
Yeah,
heard gunfire.
That's right. Yeah.
when
And by the
you
way,
do back there, let's just say that last bullet blew the back of Sakura's head off.
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
well, either way, maybe I get to run some people over before we leave. So,
Salvage your cybernetics.
but yeah, we're
I don't know if we're gonna have time.
rumbling down the alleyway towards the back door. The turret is popping up out of the top of the truck.
So what you are going to see as you roll around the back, the door is shut again, and you have 2 dead compatriots in behind the building.
That's
You have no head.
Is the security team still back out there, or did they go back in?
You can't tell. The door is shut.
The door is shut,
Yeah.
but we can't tell if there's a security team standing around here.
No, there's no one outside.
Okay.
If they are still nearby, they are on the other side of a door.
You hear
Yeah, that would be fun.
we say grenades. Lots of grenades.
What will happen is the truck will probably stop short of the door, train the turret on the door, and probably go, all right, go and grab them, stick them in back.
Yeah, I think that's like probably Salvo kind of looks at Slag Heap and is like, "Yeah, give me a hand with this," and just kind of like, and he didn't say anything more than that. He's just like very cautiously approach, very like with a spell, a fireball right at the ready.
The finger,
Like
the
Heap,
trigger finger is hovering over the over the button to shoot.
There is no reaction to you collecting the bodies.
Okay.
Make sure I'm masked up before I do it, though. That way,
Good move.
security cameras don't have my face.
Oh, I hope you were sitting in my truck masked up still, because
Yes.
these aren't, you know, cameras
I
will
just
still
felt it
see
was-
through the front windshield.
No,
Yeah.
no. I felt it was relevant to make sure I mentioned it again. You know,
And you
I was
mentioned it last time also, so
Yeah.
I assumed that you were.
Yeah. Yeah. It collect our dead friends, I suppose, and get back in the truck and be like, yeah, I'd say this one's a wash. This one goes down as our first fail.
Fuck. Alright. You get to tell everyone the bad news, though. I'm
Why
driving.
do I gotta do it?
Because I'm fucking driving! Better yet, let Bishop do it. Already
yeah.
taking off down the alleyway.
Sure. Sure, that's you don't mind pissing people off. Why don't you tell them?
Yeah, y'all a bunch of pussies, anyways. And
Do I see you
hey.
wandering through the building?
I don't see you wandering through the building either.
No, but I sure as hell wandered through that last one with my truck.
With your truck.
For the Bunraku parlor.
Hey,
Yes.
you know what? And hey, to be fair, Drifter did go through the caverns without her truck too.
Yeah, that fucking
Oh.
sucked.
Yeah. And so did Slag Heap.
Well,
But
you're
Bishop-
not Slag Heap now, are you, Bishop?
But yeah, I think Salvo's like, after this one, I think this will probably embolden pretty much everybody we pissed off already. We may want to go to ground.
As much as I hate it, yes. Anybody got anything they can't live without at the safe house?
Nope, I'm pretty good. I've got a couple of other flats around the city that I can go to.
I think splitting up would be a good idea.
Fair enough. It was like kind of like, you hear anything more, let me know.
Probably, yeah, get out of there, stop on our... do you want to be let out on a random corner, or...
Well, I think we do have to go back to the safe house just long enough for me to get my motorcycle.
Oh, okay.
To collect vehicles, not necessarily go inside.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly. Not necessarily go in the building, but to collect like the fucking Salvo's motorbike.
Bishop, how are those calls going?
So Bishop, he does make a call. It's a very short one. It takes like 5 seconds. You just hear him say, "Yeah, meet me at the primary pickup point." Yeah, that's the safe house. All right. Like,
So is anyone going to call Thomas Miranda or Romeo?
they might get a text from a burner phone of Drifters like, "Yep, that didn't go
Right.
well. Sorry."
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Are there options for resurrecting the dead in Shadowrun 6e? I don't know.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Not
I'll
that
put it that way.
I just wanted to make sure I was doing due diligence and exploring the possibility and not just being like, nope, well, they're dead. Fuck it. Yeah.
Let me make sure. I'll do a quick search in the book.
pretty sure death is permanent, but I mean, there
Yeah,
might be
it is.
something I haven't heard of.
There's not.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
So the question is, what to do with those two?
Other
Either
than
one of them have Bioware or Cyberware that might be worth something on the black market.
Yeah, Sakura has plenty of cyberware, I think, and Bioware.
Bishop does take a picture of each of them, and if any of you kind of look at him questioningly of it, he says, "For the files."
Yeah.
The files of
He-
how not to piss off a security team.
Yeah, he just kind of Salvo just kind of shakes his head at that. But I think yeah, it's rather gruesome dealing with the aftermath of dealing with selling cybernetic goods. I think I know somebody that potentially could deal with something like that. I do believe I have a contact that's a fixer, maybe.
Look, if you want to do that, great. I'd rather not do
No,
that.
nope. Romeo's. No, I do have Eddie Davis is the only other fixer outside of Romeo I know. It's although honestly, I kind of feel like it would be more respectful to just bury them somewhere and not loot their gear and shit.
Oh, by all means, loot the cybernetics and Bioware off me.
That helped me feel, but that let me sleep better at night. Bishop, am I letting you off at the safe house or what?
Yeah.
Am I gonna see you again anytime soon?
I'm sure you'll be happy to hear that you won't. The trial run, at least for what I'm here for, is done.
And you're here for
Yeah.
what? Slag heap?
Yeah, he's my boy, don't you know?
So you've said.
Mm. Yeah, I think there's and I think it kind of boils down to, I don't know. I think despite Brian's objections and despite what is actually like mechanically best, I don't think Salvo would feel comfortable just selling off her cyberware.
No, same with
Fair
Drifter.
enough.
I don't think that would be. I think that would be something that like. Salvo's kind of a bastard and a shadow runner, but he does have some standards and limits. You
Yeah.
know.
Even Bishop wouldn't necessarily be interested. It's not exactly what what he's in the trade of.
You know. But I think Salvo would probably go to ground and start, because he's got two different apartments he can, two different fucking apartments he can go to, and enough money that he could probably set himself up at third or fourth if he needed. But he's probably gonna, and probably going to keep an eye out for what the fallout on this is, like
Yeah.
what goes on with Thomas Miranda, and definitely paying attention to the issues with secession. And also keeping an eye on keeping the ear out for the movements of any of the dragons in town, especially the one we're pretty sure we pissed off.
Yeah. Just,
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate you guys are going to bury Sakura. That's fine. But just this is strictly curiosity's sake. Sakura had over $400,000 worth of cyber and Bioware on her.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And, I figured as much. You went street samurai style, and that means you had to spent big on money.
And it's all, yeah, It was all alphaware level, and the most expensive thing was the super thyroid gland.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Damn. And that just goes to show one bad roll. It's like Joker said, one bad day.
Yeah, that's all it takes. One bad roll, and life can go to pot.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? This may though be payback for the like 2 or 3 20s in a row right off the bat last night. The
Could
one
be.
scene, the one scene we did get to get off was a fight scene with like one NPC and one player character that was meant to be like part of a story of them, like their sort of relationship. And the right off the bat in this fight, they the assassin bot killed 2 people very quickly, and then they made short work of it. No, but because they rolled 20s right off the bat as soon as they started getting initiatives. Okay, well, shit.
Holy moly. Well,
So,
you guys will get a response from Thomas Miranda going something to the effect of, "That's unfortunate. I guess I'll have to find a better crew."
Yeah.
hey, buddy, uh, that's fair. I don't know what to say to that. Sorry.
And Romeo will go, "You mean you didn't get me anything?"
Yeah, the only response they would get, I don't think they'd necessarily get much of a response out of Salvo, but in Salvo's mind, 2 people died on, two of his team died on that. And as far as he's concerned, either that means it just wasn't a good mix of runners and he'll have to find a better mix to get in with next time, or they were sent into a situation that was unwinnable and we got chewed up because we didn't have all the information. Either way, his attitude is, well, you live to run another day. you know uh, Besides, it's not like he doesn't have 5 different goddamn aliases.
Oh, sure. And for Drifter's part, yeah, the truck's gonna get a new coat of paint, probably some external modifications. Fun fact, all of those potholes and things to make it look war torn are just add ons to, disguise the vehicle. Now we're gonna go back to the smooth and clear stuff that makes it look like a completely different vehicle. No
Yeah, so
hodgepodge ramshackle shit anymore.
and Salvo wouldn't be opposed to working with Drifter again. They seem to get along, and he would definitely understand the value of a slag heat. But
Yeah.
but you live and run in the shadows. Sometimes the mix just doesn't work for the mission.
No,
you
and
know.
you'd probably get an effect of, hey, keep this number in case you ever need anything from Drifter.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah,
probably,
Salvo.
yeah, and Bishop would probably get, keep this number in case Slag Heap needs anything.
If you guys keep your eye on the vid in regards to the Seattle independence movement, you will notice on the news that there are calls for John Abernathy to resign after it's revealed that he has connections to the human nation, and he actually resigns in disgrace. The Salish Seed citizens in Seattle are given a new representative who plays a little more hardball with Abernathy. You will also see that Horizon is going to win a contract to increase security for the Matrix services in town, specifically in the Redmond Barrens.
Oof.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Rinraku is going to win a contract for city services for Grid Watch, Grid Guide. Let's see.
Good God. Good stuff.
well, let me look at my notes. What did we know about like Abernathy?
Also, I'm just curious, Drifter, do you use Grid Guide?
Use what again? I didn't catch that.
Grid Guide. It's basically the system that allows you to. It's like super smart GPS.
I don't think so. I mean, maybe when she has to, if it's just GPS, maybe. Why?
There's more to Grid Guide than that. I mean, it does all kinds of things. It also links up with the city's power system for most vehicles, so that while it's on the grid, your vehicles don't drain power, etc., etc.
Um, I'm gonna have to say probably not for that reason. Because that leaves a trail? Why?
Yeah, you're exactly right. I was just curious. Something I've been meaning to ask Drifter.
Let's see. Carl Derrick is not reelected, and he ends up being a one-term representative. His dealings with prostitutes and Nova Coke force him into a very public and very messy divorce.
I imagine after the Bunraku parlor incident, we set him up in that probably was going to end up being the case. I'm surprised he
Yeah.
didn't go to prison.
And rumors are also circulating that Arubia has lost an egg, and she has killed a dozen or so gang members in Redmond.
Oh,
And
Awesome.
she has pledged to find the party responsible and visit swift draconic justice upon them.
well, that's nice.
Well,
That's fair.
how about the Yakuza? I imagine they're looking for the people who bulldoze the fuck out of their Bunraku parlor.
Oh yeah, Yakuza have also gone public, requesting any information to be reported immediately to them on why that building got blown up.
You know, it's really bad when a shady, NGO, that's known for, most notably, murdering, thieving and all of that bad shit, decide, yeah, let's get the wider public in on this because they're gonna be helpful.
They don't necessarily say who's collecting the information. You guys know who it is because you know who ran the building.
Nah,
But it's
fair enough.
basically, this building was blown up. If you have any information, call this number.
Yeah, and the wider public doesn't know it was owned by the Yakuza. They just know a building was blown up. But
There be
Yeah.
fire, yo.
yeah, they're like, what just happened there?
Well, then it's a good thing that Betty is going to be changing her appearance very soon.
Yeah.
Probably for the better.
I'm fairly certain that at this point, this is the point where fucking Salvo dyes his hair blue and starts styling it differently. Instead of like the long black hair with the top knot, now he's dyed it blue and he's doing the tri-hawk thing, making himself look different.
Treyhawk.
Well, fuck
Well,
yeah, why not?
That being said, I at least figured you guys were going to get it past the front door, so I didn't have anything else prepped, and this is the last episode of Don't Seattle for Anything Less.
Oh, nice. Hey, you know what though? The door is open for at least some of the characters to return and continue doing more runs down the road.
Zombie
Oh,
Sakura, Zombie Sir.
Yeah, forget Salvo and Drifter. They're not coming back. It's all going to be about Zombie Sir and Zombie Sakura. That's the next show.
There you
That's
go.
a stream I would watch.
I mean, they could turn into ghouls, kind of,
yeah.
in the right situation.
Well, soccer probably has enough cybernetics. I just add a bit more.
Yep.
If you guys want to give any further exits for your characters for now, feel free.
Oh gosh. Well, I mean, Drifter is probably not going to be hanging around City Center because even with the modifications made to Betty, yeah, probably still not because very, I don't know, distinctive driving style maybe.
There's also a tank. There aren't exactly a lot of those on the
Right.
road.
So probably sticking to the outskirts of town or, venturing out and then back. But, I mean, her lifestyle is pretty much back to what it used to be on the road. living out of the truck.
Salvo is still selling himself as a shadow runner, but he's being super careful. And because he was always super careful to make sure he was masked up when he was doing anything that was entirely too public, he's still trying to stay one step ahead of like he'd like to uh, track down Shan and Shun because they're the only one, they're outside of Drifter, they're the only ones left that they and Romeo are the only ones left that know that Salvo had anything to do with the egg. And he's got an eye out to seeing if he can't find a way to get rid of them. Maybe the last scene of Salvo is he's got his Tri-Hawk, and instead of his vest, now he's wearing like a long duster and shit. and kind of like sitting at a bar, sitting at a bar asking, and maybe like just the tail end of the conversation. And you sure it's them? Thanks. I'll be. You're sure it was them? Thanks. I appreciate it. And he finishes his beer and slides a couple extra credits across Nuyen across the bar, and turns, looks around, and walks out. And as the camera pans out, we see just how ballsy Salvo is because it's a room full of fucking yakuza, a bar full of yakuza, that he's just fucking walked in, got information, and left because he's so sure of his disguise.
As far as Bishop goes, you see him enter a nondescript, like a high rise, with an underground parking garage and everything. He scans a key code, goes to a desk, and sits down, starts filing paperwork and everything, and just does this fast forward in time lapse, and at the end of the day, he's finishing up some more paperwork. Seems to be in some sort of middle management type job, even. But he takes out files from his desk and opens them up, and inside you see the pictures that he took of well, along with a
Sir.
bunch of paperwork of Sakura and Sir, and he sighs and sorts them out and everything. And along with that are uh, dossiers on partial dossiers on Salvo and Drifter, and he kind of looks at them all and takes three of them and files them away. And then the fourth one, which is a dossier of Drifter, he takes a lighter and sets the file on fire and just lets it burn off in the wastebasket, as he watches. And he takes a bottle of bourbon out from his desk, raises it, and knocks it back, and knocks back a big stiff drink, and he gets up and leaves, but the camera swivels around as the last remnants of the fire smolder out. It swivels around, and it says John Bishop, and on a nameplate. And next to his name, there's a symbol of an eye in the middle of a circle, and around the eye, like in a circle, are written the words "Grid Overwatch Division." Meanwhile, the camera cuts to an underground lab with a very familiar sight, Slag Heap. He is in a partitioned room. There's not much in there, but Slag Heap just kind of seems to be, sitting there, and kind of he's looking around anxiously. And a vent in the wall just kind of opens up, which grabs Heap's attention, and he gets up and he hurries over to it. But he doesn't attack it, he just waits. And this vent opens up, and a tray, like this metal tray, just comes out from the wall with a large, like basically half a cow. That's a full rack of ribs, like the entire quarter cow, just lying there. And it's like he grabs it and pulls it over into the middle of the room, gets going to town on it. Meanwhile, on the other side of this partition, well, it just looks like a wall to Slag Heap, but it's a one-way mirror. Essentially, you would imagine probably Slag Heap proof. There's several technicians taking notes, and doctors, mixing fluids and files. And it just pans over. The camera pans over from that lab into a side room where there's several large tanks lining the wall, filled with like kind of a greenish glowing fluid, like it's watery fluid, lit underneath, and the water just gives it that green hue. And inside a couple of the tanks are what appear to be growing clones of Slag Heap, and the camera blacks.
Oh, well, if we're doing real scenes, then I can give one to Drifter.
Go for it. Go for it.
Probably get in the darkness. We see a pair of headlights slowly roving up a dusty hill. Get to the top. It's overlooking the city. The truck rolls to a stop. You see that Betty's got a brand new coat of paint, this time gunmetal gray. All of the craters have been filled in and buffed out, along with all the scratches being removed and covered. Drifter opens up the opens up the driver's side door of the truck, steps out, stretching, shuts the door behind her, looking out over the city of Seattle, the bright twinkling lights lighting up the night sky, and then moves to the other side of the cab, to the darkness beyond, staring into the night sky, looking at the twinkling stars. And then we'll probably end that there.
All right. Well, I'm guessing that unless Devana has anything else, since I usually start off the sign off, so I can go ahead.
That's what I was actually just about to say.
Go for it? Okay.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am the King Zerat. You can catch me here on Monday nights for Fire Strike, my favorite group of space pirates, space terrorists, and never-do-wells. Sorry we had technical difficulties last night. If anybody tells you that they know a streamer that doesn't have technical difficulties, I guarantee they're lying. Everyone has them, and mine were particularly bad last night, but hopefully we'll be back on next week. You can also catch me here on Tuesday nights. Coming soon, Brian will be announcing a new thing, and I will probably be a part of that. Every other Saturday night, including this coming Saturday night, you can catch me for The Bitter Ends, our Apocalypse World campaign, Wave World sessions. The polar ice caps have melted. The Rocky Mountains are now the Rocky Road because they're just islands now. There's kids that eat. There's a child thing that eats metal. There's a benefit concert with the last rock star on the planet. There's the last sleazy DJ on the planet who's trying to help with this, and a mechanic who picks things up with her toes. So it's a crazy, weird thing going on over there. And even I never know what the fuck is going to happen. So tune in. With that said, you can also catch me on my other channel of Zerat from time to time, where I play video games. So if you like snarky comments about video games, while somebody who is very clearly not as good as your favorite YouTube gamer at playing these games, but probably twice as funny, you can catch me on Zerat on Twitch. And if you are watching on Twitch and you would like to go back and rewatch what went down and go, wow, I have never seen a mission go south that fast, and rewatch it again, you can catch us on YouTube at Paradise Theater. And if you are watching on YouTube and you're thinking, man, I really want to watch this live when I can see where the energy is, fresh and ready to go, and nobody can spoil it for me, you can catch us on Twitch at Paradise Theater. On Twitch, there is an underscore between each word. And if you are looking for some scheduling updates, some opinions on things relevant to nerd culture and video gaming culture and gaming culture, or if you're just looking for some, some memes of some kind of temperature,
Hot beat!
those would be the one. You can catch us at Pear Theater on Twitter. And with that said, I am going to kick this on down the line, either to the right or to the left, or the left to the right, one way or the other.
I can start it off then, or continue it along.
Have
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Cyrus Smith, and you just caught me playing Drifter, a little old lady who didn't get to run over any of the SWAT team that murked her friends, which made me sad. But she will live to run people over another day. And I think that is probably the best we could have hoped for in that situation after things kind of...
Yeah. And then,
yeah.
Yeah, considering we didn't get past a... Yeah. Well,
we didn't
next
get past
time...
the first door.
No, we didn't. And as much as we would have loved to create a distraction, it would be hard to create a distraction for people that are dead.
Yeah.
So, let's see here. It is interesting that they decided to just leave him in the alleyway, though. I have a feeling that was them baiting us into stepping out into the alleyway, which worked, but then they didn't do anything, so not sure what that was about.
They had actually called for body disposal to come in. You just came first.
That's the bright side of being there, just around the corner.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So it's not necessarily that they were baiting for you or anything. They just didn't care at that point.
Like, well, we killed him. No, fuck it.
But let's see. You can also find me on... Well, let's see. Tomorrow is Hench to Mensch. Not sure what's going to happen there, but we're building the Council of Voices, also known as we're just going to make Computer King play every member of the cabinet except for like 3 of them, and then we'll move on from there because that is going to be so much fun. And then we're going to make sure to ask all of them questions individually, so he has to switch between like 10 different voices. It's going to be so much fun. Let's see, you can also catch me on, well, not this Thursday. Severovo's on hiatus. I don't know if he's going to get anything, Mike, that is, anything running that quickly. So you'll just have to wait and see for Thursday. And then Sunday. Do you like Cyberpunk, but think it doesn't have enough cowboys? Then come watch us play Cowboy Bebop, powered by Cyberpunk Red, on Sunday at noon to 4, weekly. For the next little while, we will be running that until half my party comes back. And by half, I mean 2 people, which is almost half, but really it's the fact that the 2 of them were playing like 12 characters. Anyways, so yeah, we're going to be doing, Cowboy Stardust Cyberpunk thing. I don't know what we're going to do, but it's going to be awesome. So, you should come see that. And then Mondays, I play Twinkle Bailey, the isekai who ran the stream yesterday. It was fun. It was just the day for it, wasn't it, Justa? Yes. Anyways. You're just looking at the camera. Anyways, I think that's everything for me.
Well, so I'll go next. This was Baloney Jelly, aka Bishop, aka Slag Heap. I was got to admit I was champing at the bit to get Slag Heap in there, but and then we didn't. So that's probably the smarter move. But well,
We could have had a TPK.
we could have had a TPK, and that would have been grandiose. Before I go any further, I'd like to forward to everyone to maybe we not scrub our characters just yet. Maybe we as a one shot, just in our private time, get together sometime, see if we can't do better. Maybe don't stand at a door with the alarm going off for 10 minutes. Just thought.
Maybe,
Maybe let
But,
someone with engineering do the the lock picking.
that might be a good idea. Yes. But yeah, maybe we'll have better luck next time on that, and we'll see if there is a next time. But just food for thought. But yeah, you can catch me still Monday nights on the Fire Strike as one of Merch's evil henchmen. I play Na, the Bore Isekai with a taste for flesh of any kind at this point. I mean, he's just a hungry little hippo. I don't know who eats more meat, him or Slaggy. I can't tell. Yeah, but
Little guy?
yeah, he's just a little guy too. You don't know where he puts it. It's like he's got a black hole in his stomach or something. But yeah, I'm for the time being, that is going to be the only show that I'm in until potentially this next thing on Tuesday next starts up. I'm gonna go ahead and kick it on to Sir, or I'm calling you out.
All right. So I'm Scott. Psych. Whatever. I played Sir, and I killed people. I got a player killed and myself. Oh well.
I was about to say, you technically got people killed, yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Including yourself, yeah.
Yeah. It works. But yeah, that was fun. So rolls weren't on my side. It happens. Whatever. It's not the first time this ever happened. Whatever. Okay. So what else am I in? So tomorrow night we're on Hinch to Minch, where I play Knight, who misses his fun little shorts that can't hold as much. He's got regular shorts on now, not the dimensional pocket shorts that can hold like 40 boxes of snack cakes. Now he can only carry around like 4 or 5 of them. He's sad. But whatever. And this Saturday, I believe, is the Veterans, where I play Cassio. Well, I'll sit down and listen to a concert because I'm not sure what else I'm gonna do, but listen to everybody have fun in a concert. I don't know. And then when we roll back around to Monday, play Xander on the Fire Strike. That is just kind of had his brain hurt because he realized people are using the machine without knowing how to use it. How dare you? And now he needs to go find the codes and then find the machine and then fix the whole multiverse. Yeah. And that's all I'm doing.
Well, I guess that just leaves it to me. Yes, I'm Brian. Did play Sakura until she had a bullet put pretty well between her eyes. That's what we figured in the last shot was. 2 in the chest, 1 in the head. Yeah, she's dead. But that's okay. But you can also find me on Mondays playing Shaba Young, the captain of the Fire Strike, in Fire Strike, where soon there will be this lovely little fight between Shaba and her favorite to hate Radish and his henchmen. And a lot of rewiring of flesh is going to happen. It's
Rewiring flesh?
yes, it's an actual. It's a spell,
Oh.
and it rewires flesh into cybernetics, and damages you at the same time.
That's terrifying.
Actually, when you read the spell, it's actually terrifying.
Yeah.
So that may be Monday coming, might be the Monday after. All depends on what Jesta has planned, but it's coming, and it's going to be epic. There might not be
Don't
any
mess with
ethics,
Shaba.
but it's epic. Yeah, there's a reason Merch doesn't like me because I hit him with a couple acid spells.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Hit him with fireballs and acid spells. on the
There's a
way.
reason why Merch himself sort of warned Gnaw away from him.
Yeah.
And she's a half decent shot with her pistol too.
Yeah. Mm.
Yes, and her poisonous venom spurs that come out of her palms. Those are always fun.
Yeah, Shaba doesn't lack for offensive options.
No. But besides that, either starting next week or the week after, I shall be running a game in the Hardmaster system developed by Columbia Games. It's actually a low-level magic fantasy setting using the backdrop of what was feudal Britain. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of fun. Yes, there is magic. Yes, there are monsters, but they're exceedingly rare. So there is a chance, but the general population goes, that's just fairy tales. Until someone decides to do something and then they all freak out and go on a witch hunt. But
Fair enough.
besides all that, first session will be character creation because, Lord, it's going to be fun to set these guys up. And yeah, it's something to look forward to. They're going to be on the edge of a kingdom where there's barbarian tribes all to the south and just to the west, this world's type of orc, which is a weird name. And trust me, the names in this is weird. It's almost like someone took Old English and then threw it in a Scrabble machine.
Look, I don't want to know what they're called. All I want to say is that you don't want to know what they do with the goats. You just don't want to know what they do with the goats. Don't ask. We're not telling you.
You
It's
saying
just traumatic to talk about it.
you saying that just makes me think. A lady in a lake distributing swords is not the basis of government.
That's true.
Help, I'm being oppressed.
Yes, this could go Monty Pythonish, but I'm going to try not to go that route.
On the count of 3, throw the holy hand grenade. And then in true classic fashion, nobody can count.
Of course. 1, 5, 2, 6. Something like that. But yeah, it should be interesting. It should be fun. And just a little bit of history along the way. A little different. But anyway, that's it for me.
And I think that just leaves me, and unfortunately, this was the season finale for Don't Seattle for Anything Less, so I won't be doing anything next week or upcoming for Shadowrun here. I've gotten to the busy season at work, so it's going to be a bit before it comes back, and it may be reworked or redone. We'll see. Got a few months to worry about that. You can also catch me on Prismatic Tsunami's Twitch channel on Saturdays. We do a movie review podcast. This week we are doing Conan the Barbarian 2011 version with Jason Momoa. That's all I got, and thank you for joining us for Don't Seattle for Anything Less. Have a good night.
Bye.
Later.
Bye, you guys.